My name is Chris Fulton, and I'm an advisory consultant with ServiceNow. This is the introduction to the multi-part series on getting the most out of your ServiceNow reporting. In this series, I'm going to start out with the basics. How do we look at a list view of records and sort and filter and group that data into something that I want to see based on the analysis that I'm doing? From there, we'll get into the reporting engine and talk about the different report types. How do I apply a data set to that report type? How do I take that data and do some advanced features such as dot walking? Or how do I use the related list on a table and put that into that report? Then we'll take those reports, we'll talk about saving and sharing, we'll talk about how to put those on a dashboard, and then we'll talk about the interactive dashboards. How do we take a dashboard that has reports and have one report drive the data and the view that's on the other reports? It's important to note that all of the demonstrations you'll see are based on Kingston. So as we go through this video series, if you see something that's different or doesn't match what you have in your instance, it may be either something you don't have turned on, or it may be a difference in version. Please contact your ServiceNow representative and they can help you understand if you need to upgrade. So in the first video, Reporting 101, we're going to start out with the basics. Within a list view, how do we sort, filter, group, and then launch the interactive analysis? This will be a quick overview on just using your mouse to click through a list view and get to the underlying data that you want to see. In Reporting 201, we'll really get into the meat of the reporting engine. How do I create a report from scratch, select the different report types, filter, sort, and get to the underlying data that I want to see in the report? And we'll talk about things like related lists and dot walking to make sure that we're getting only the data that we want to see in those reports. We'll also explore how do I get a report that has multiple data sets on a single report. So maybe I want to see incidents and changes all in one report. And then we'll talk about a drill through report. So that is a report where when I click on the chart or graph, instead of taking me to the underlying list of records, it can take me to a more detailed report that I can analyze. In Reporting 301, we're going to get into the responsive canvas, so the dashboards within ServiceNow. How do I take those reports that I've created and build a dashboard? What are the other content types that I can put onto a dashboard, and why would I use those? And then we'll talk about just the general layout and design of a canvas. How do I make persona-based dashboards with tabs and different features that are really driving the work that the teams are doing? And then lastly, in Reporting 302, we're going to put all this together and talk about how do I create interactive filters. So when I have a dashboard, how can I have those filters that allow me to drive the data on the dashboard without having to have multiple reports? With that, I just want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed the series, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.